5, 4, 3, 2.
A word of caution. There are scenes in this story which may not be suitable for adults.
Yo, what is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the boardroom. God, I have missed you guys on this channel. And of course, today we're talking about YouTube and how they love to demonetize its creators, the people who are just struggling to maybe get 30 people watching their stuff, right? Anyway, guys, it's a big night. Very excited to be back. We haven't done a live stream on this channel in months. I have missed all of you guys so much. We've been doing a little bit of content over on the new channel, Ord's World. We're almost at 500 subscribers there, so make sure you guys go check all of that out. Also, over on Twitch, we just hit 312 followers over on Twitch, which we're going to be doing all kinds of shit this weekend, so make sure you guys go over there, follow me on Twitch. Video games, Halloween theme stuff. It's going to get nuts, guys. It's going to get nuts. We have a good time. But more importantly, we're talking about my guest, somebody who I have watched for a while now. I love this guy to death. And before we introduce this guy, I'm gonna play a little clip for you, just so you kind of know where we're at today. A little from my boy Darth. Anyway, we're gonna introduce him in just a second. Let's play that clip. Real quick before I play the clip, let's say hi to the chat. That's right, Makini. That's right. Ord's Board Stream. We're back, baby. We are back. What's going on, Agleen? How are you, my friend? Tim F. in the chat, brother. Hopefully you're still playing them drums, dude. And we miss you, brother. We miss you, Tim F. My boy Jar Jar is in the house. Jar Jar, how are you? He says, hey, it's Misa back. Yo, Jar Jar, Misa back too, buddy. What's up? It's good to see you in the chat. Of course, my boy Aiden in the chat. What's going on, Aiden? How are you? Party time. That's right. Congrats on the job, by the way, dude. My boy Subhuman in the chat as well. Oh, here it is, my boy Snow Dub. Guys, we got some stuff coming. Me and Snow got some stuff coming for you. So stay tuned in and pay very close attention to what's coming out of that. Of course, we got Zach around at House 315. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. SBD Girl coming over here on the YouTube side of things. How are you, SBD Girl? You know, thank you for all the love and support over on Twitch. Hail all. Gonna lurk until I finish dinner. Gobo, do you think, man? Hopefully it's a good dinner. I just ate dinner before the stream. So it's real good stuff. Real good stuff. Anyway, let's go ahead and for sure, my dude, 5 days till Halloween. That's what's up. What's going on, Campbell? How are you, my friend? All right, so here's what we're going to do. Play clip. We're going to introduce my boy. He's probably like, why is this motherfucker? All right, no, I love Darth. He's great. Anyway, here we go.
It's going to get weird. Yeah, so just prepare yourself. It's going to get really fucking weird.
And weird it shall be. Darth News in the house. How are you, brother Darth?
I am doing good, man. I am doing very well. Thank
Hell
you so
yeah.
much for having me on the stream. I really appreciate this. I know this is the first time. Well, we talked backstage, but this is the first time we're actually talking. And
Yes.
I'm just honored that you want to talk with me and have me on your stream. It means everything. So just want to say hi to everyone in the chat. Thank you for tuning in. Subscribe if you can, because
what's up, Dimash? Yeah, no, definitely, man. No, look, seriously, the honor is all mine, dude. Like I said, I've been watching your channel for a while now. It's different, and I think especially even with my channel, a smaller channel at what am I at, 1,400 subscribers and stuff like that. It's very difficult to be unique in this day and age, I think, when it comes to YouTube, because and look, I'm not hating on other people who do commentary or things like that, but it's your stuff. Your channel is a little bit more than just commentary. It's there's a lot in there. There's entertainment. There's comedy. There's
it's very meta. It's very
yes.
It's all over the place, and maybe that's my problem. But I that's kind of like the brand is you never know what you're going to get with my channel or my videos. you never know what I'm going to say next. I just kind of,
Yeah, that's true.
you know,
And that's what I love about it, man, is that it and I think I was saying this backstage, is this free spirit that I kind of feel from you, where you just you let it all out. It's like all the horses right out of the gate, right? Speaking of, there's my fiance. Hello, babe. How are you? Thank you for being here, darling. I appreciate it. And thank you for all the support. And for the mods in the chat, thank you guys for being here. Let's make sure that's, keep the chat nice and clean. It's not any crazy people coming and saying nonsense, because that tends to happen from time to time. There he is, my boy Darth. Oh my God, he's so sexy. Oh my God. He's so hot. But all right, so let's dive into it, man. So I think the audience wants to know a little bit about you and where you come from, and then obviously the people who don't know you and see your outfits. And by the way, I love your wardrobe. Gotta say, I love the wardrobe. So tell me a little bit about your YouTube experience, like at the beginning of it, when you first started. I want to hear all about it, baby. Give me the deets.
Oh, okay, all right, thank you. All right, so when I first started, it was like back in 2016, right around the presidential election, the world famous Clinton versus Trump. And I started YouTube then, and I wasn't being political or anything, but I was making videos without the mask, no mask on, it's weird because it's the same kind of content that I do now, but it was in my kitchen with no fancy lights or anything, and it was without a mask, and I just didn't have any success, like at all, like none. I mean, I think I put out like 250 videos over the course of like 2.5 years, so it was consistent, not like the level that I put out now, but
right
enough to hopefully get some people. Man, most of my videos got the dislike ratio to like rate. More people disliked it. Some videos got like, I got like one video with like 40 or 50 dislikes with 0 likes, and I was like, damn, this shit is not for me. Like, people, fucking tough crowd. Holy shit. I was like, and it kind of hurt my ego a little bit because it's so true. Actors have egos. And I moved to California from Michigan, moved to San Francisco. I went to film school there. Then I moved to New York. I went to another film school. Then I went to Juilliard for a year. Wasn't quite for me because they really wanted to dive into Shakespeare. And I just was like, I know it looks good, but the fact that I was accepted was good enough for me, because it's like super hard to get into Juilliard.
Oh yeah, totally, yeah, for sure.
Not in Juilliard, for theater, for acting, and then I left that, moved back to San Francisco, and I finished up my film school I switched from like an acting degree over to a filmmaking degree. So
okay, cool.
So for like camera work and cinematography and screenwriting, and because I kind of had a feeling that like acting was going to be, I don't want to put my career into the hands of chance, like, because like, and especially when you live in California, dude, you everybody is an actor.
Everybody, dude, everybody.
Everybody plays golf with the president. It's like, just shut up.
Like, nobody gives a shit.
Nobody, everyone's someone and no one cares. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's it, man. That sounds about right, man. That sounds about right. So, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
No.
No, I was just gonna say, so like that's a lot of moving around, man. And
it is a lot.
Now, like during all, like, was this during making the YouTube videos, moving back and forth, like with the first channel?
No. So I'm. You said tell it to me all. So I'm giving it to you. I want people to know a little history about me. So
cool.
Why am I so theatrical? Why am I the way I am? So
nice.
So because I was an actor, because I did this and that, and I did commercials. I was in a couple of award-winning short films and this and that. You might actually recognize me from one commercial, actually. but,
we'll talk about that after the show.
We'll get down the road. And then I moved to LA, and I was a freelance cinematographer. Then I started my own production company, and then I had a falling out with my business partners. And then
know how that goes.
But during that whole time, while I was running a production company, I was also doing these YouTube videos on the side. Like,
okay.
And I had a shared apartment, and I soundproofed the whole thing, and I said it was for like other reasons than what I was doing, which is making YouTube videos.
Right.
So I didn't want anyone to know. So I started making videos. No one cared. And then right before COVID hit, I was still living in LA. I'm now back in Michigan temporarily, but I'm back here. And when I came back to Michigan, I was like, I want to start making videos, but I want to put on this mask. I actually was a stunt double on Deadpool 2. So
nice, hell yeah, that's awesome, dude.
Okay, no, that's not true. It wasn't a stunt double. I was a stand-in. That's a correct. Let me correct you. I was because I'm the,
just go with the stuntman story. I think people.
I can't lie. I didn't do any stunts, no stunts. But when the stuntman was not there, or when Ryan was just doing whatever he was doing, rehearsing or working on his lines or just in his trailer, this cobweb is killing me.
I can see it, bro. I can see it. But go on.
I would just stand in his place and I would just do the motions and I would just walk. And they gave me the whole uniform and this and that. And I got the gig because I went to school with somebody who worked on the wardrobe designs for the whole thing. And they reached out to me because we were friends. We used to party. And she was like, "Hey, what are your measurements?" And I'm like, "What are my measurements?" She told me and I was like, "Okay, well, I measured I went and actually I had to go buy some measuring tape like a tailor has."
Yeah,
the flimsy one, so I could just measure it properly.
Right.
And she's like, "You're perfect. Can you come down to LA for a shoot?" And I was like, "What kind of shoot?" She's like, "We need you to be a stand-in." I was like, "Okay." And we just need to make sure. I needed to find somebody who had the same measurements as Ryan Reynolds. And I'm like, "Ryan Reynolds? Like what?" I was like,
didn't even drop the name of the movie. Was just like Ryan Reynolds.
I was like, "What movie is this?" She's like, "Deadpool." I'm like, "What?" I was like,
damn.
Okay, so I did that, right? The experience is great. Afterwards, I left, and about a year went by, and I was like, "Hey," I reached out to her on Instagram, and I was like, "Hey, can you maybe make me a suit? Can you get me one of these suits that we like?" Because when I left the set, I felt naked. I was like,
"Oh yeah,
oh man, I felt so awesome." Dude, I can't even tell you. You felt like a real superhero. And it was addicting. I'm not gonna lie. Just being the dude that stood in there. Like I was never on camera. I was just the guy that just was shot.
Right.
But it just felt so incredible to put the suit on and look in the mirror and be like, "Oh my god, this is crazy."
That's sick, dude. That's sick.
So I reached out to her, and she was the one in charge of it, but she's not the one who makes the suits. That's another guy named Fernando Navarro. You can find him on Instagram. I'll talk about him later. And he was like, "No, we can't do that because the studio would sue us." Because and I was like, "Okay, can you make it off studio grounds?" Because he has his own studio at his home, his own little workshop at his home that he just works on things passion projects. And I was like, "Can you just make this a passion project?" And he was like, "No." And then 3 months go by, and I reach out again. And I was like, "Please, I won't post any photos. I swear. I'll keep it totally secret. No one will ever know." And he finally gave in. She convinced him to give in, and then he contacted me. I got suited up, put it on, and at that moment, I was like, I have to do something with this. I felt like maybe I could go give it another go on YouTube, but with the mask on now, because now it's Deadpool, and Deadpool's offensive, and he's got a weird sense of dark humor, and it would just maybe just kind of work.
I would say it's funny that they had you doing the stand-in stuff, and then hey, could you put the suit on or whatever the case may be? You got to actually wear the suit on screen or no?
No, you don't see me on screen. No, it was
okay.
So like with the Alec Baldwin shooting that just happened, the cinematographer and the director were standing there and they were framing the scene, lining it up.
Gotcha.
I'm just the guy standing there, so they
standing right there. Yeah,
that's it. Yeah. So that way, then I leave set, and then he walks on set, or the stuntman, or whoever's going to be doing the scene, and then they know where they're shooting.
Makes sense.
And then they put little pieces of tape on the floor on my marks, so that way, I mean, if you're a professional like Ryan Reynolds is, he knows to just look at the floor, see those marks, and he can see them in his peripheral vision. He doesn't even there's no real rehearsal. The stand-in does all the I guess the work, the pre-production, the pre-film, I don't know what to say, shot.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he just kind of comes in.
You would be there just to line up shots, just to basically, so they have a plan before Brian even just comes out and does his thing.
Oh yeah. I mean, this is all storyboarded. This is all lots of preparation went into this. I mean, Ryan Reynolds spent 10 years working on Deadpool. Like that's the same. And I knew about it back in the day because I remember him speaking out against his portrayal of it in the Wolverine movie, X-Men Origins Wolverine, where they sewed his mouth shut, and it was just like he could not believe that was like what ended up happening. And he took it to himself to correct all of their wrongs, and he did. I think he did justice.
Quite literally in the end of the movie, where he goes back and and he shoots him while he's reading the. No, that was the Green Lantern script. That was in the first one he kills. Yes, he killed. Yes, you're right. He kills that version, and then the sequel, he shoots the Ryan Reynolds version reality where he's reading the Green Lantern script. That's right. Yeah. So he rights all the wrongs, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's awesome. That's something I did not know about you. That's freaking awesome. And just so everybody knows in the chat, if you guys want to ask questions, feel free, man. What's up, Script Doctor? How are you, brother? Good to see you in the chat. Jace, I see you. Thanks for coming through, brother. Appreciate you. Arwen, of course. Phil, I see you. Zachariah, of course. Y'all are fucking amazing. Yes, very cool. Yes, my boy is very cool. I agree with that. It's good to see all you guys.
It was just one highlight of my entire life. Like that was like the highlight of my whole.
For sure, man.
Nothing really tops that. And it was only a 3-week experience, but so nothing else.
Dude,
nothing else really cool has happened in my life. So that's my claim to fame.
I don't know, man. I like I was gonna say, like, it's interesting because you getting that stand-in part there, your personality does kind of almost. It's not exactly like Deadpool's. I'm not gonna say that because it's very different and it's more playful. But
yes,
go on.
No, I don't. I'm doing the talky talk thing. Sorry.
No, it's cool. I just look, and it's just interesting that like your personality is kind of that way, that sarcastic, like goofball mentality, in the way you present yourself, or at least your content. And it's just funny how that worked out. I think you know what I mean. Like
because in my earliest videos, I was trying to sound like I can't even do it right now because I haven't practiced it forever. But I used to try to sound like Ryan Reynolds. I used to do my best to mimic what he was, because I watched him. He was 5 feet away from me, and it was just so like I internalized it, and I wanted to be like that. And then as people started to subscribe for my Amber videos, I made a decision consciously one night laying in bed. I was like, I don't want to be like Ryan Reynolds. I want to be Darth. I know that sounds weird. People are like, Darth what? Darth, like, no, I'm just Darth. I'm Darth.
Just Darth.
It's Darth.
I'm just Ords.
And I wanted exactly, yeah. And I wanted to be something unique. So I changed my delivery to more of my style, and eventually, what you see now is just kind of who I am. And I hope people separate Darth from Deadpool. I hope people don't like subscribe to my channel and be like, this guy's like a really bad imitation of Deadpool, because like, that's no longer my goal. That's no longer what I'm doing. So
right, and I think it's very distinguishable between the two, but it still is kind of in that same vein. So I don't want the chat to get me wrong here. I'm not trying to undersell my boy here. I love the way he presents this stuff, and like I said, that first video I watched years back in the day was like you were just like outside riffing, right? Like just riffing, man. Like off the cuff jokes. I was just like, I found myself just intrigued. I couldn't put the video down because I'm like, what kind of crazy shit's gonna happen next? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I want to see what happens out of this video. And then comes in the different personalities, Applejack, Tina, and we'll get into that once we get to the deeper into Darth news and why you decided to start that. But so all of this acting stuff, because I did acting in high school. I remember when I was a freshman, I was asked to do like a senior dinner theater and did a bunch of tech work and stuff like that. I really wish I would have like kept going in that vein like you did, because I loved it, man. I loved it.
I can tell because you have a presence, you have a personality for TV, for the internet. You know what I mean? You have what it takes. When it comes to content creators, you either got it or you don't. And
right.
People that don't, they try and they make videos and then they just quit, they fall off because they don't got it. And I know that sucks, especially when YouTube demonetizes your channel. We'll get into it.
Yes, we will. Well, yeah, I appreciate you saying that, man. I really do. I just want to come out, like, I want to entertain these people that come that take their time out of their day and like. really recently I noticed, like with yours, you've been very passionate about like why you're creating content for the people that support you on Patreon and stuff like that. Which, by the way, I am a proud patron or patron.
You are, and I put you in big yellow bold. I was, yep.
Dude, you should see I was teasing this morning. I was like, babe, because she was sitting next to me working. I was like, babe, look, I'm in the video.
And it rendered like the slow motion rendered like total dog shit. So it's like 360p quality, and I feel really bad about that. But
oh, dude, I watched it to the end, man. I actually sat down and watched it with my fiance this morning. It was fantastic, man.
Oh, sorry. Go no.
No. What were you saying? No, yeah, that was.
I'm saying that in that video, that take where it's like you hear Tina and Applejack having a conversation. That was 100% one take. I just made it up. I made it up as I went, and if people realize that, they might appreciate it more, because if they think what I'm doing is scripted, then they'll be like, oh well, he could make it better. It's like, yeah, I could. If I was actually writing stuff down, I could. But the whole joy of me doing it is the spontaneity of it. Just, you know what I mean?
Right. No, absolutely, man. And it was funny too, because I was listening to that conversation. I'm like, all right, who's this new guy? And then the new guy shows up, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm just like, wait, what is going on right now? Not Applejack. Oh man, no, I absolutely love it. But like I said, lately it just seems like the passion that you have for the audience, the people that support you, you're genuine about it, which I can definitely respect. I mean, we're here to entertain people, right? At the end of the day, we're here to give people an escape where Hollywood and everybody else seems to fail nowadays, and actually giving people escapism. And if I can play a video game for 4 hours and get people's mind off of what they were having troubles with in the day, or the fight they had with their wife, or whatever the case may be, if I can provide, somebody to take their mind off all their troubles, man, at the end of the day, I mean, we've done our job, right?
Exactly. That's how I feel. If 9 out of 10 of my jokes bomb, I'm cool. As long as one of them landed and I made you cracked a smile, then I think I call that a success. And going back to my support for people who support me, especially on Patreon, it's like before I was demonetized, I had around 40 Patreon members. Then it dropped down to 28 after I went to the Capitol on January 6th to report. I documented everything that happened. The FBI confiscated they found out who I was. They found my YouTube channel. I
saw that video where you're like, I was literally like feet away, away from where this shit went down.
Yeah, the FBI told me to put that video on private or delete it, so I had to put it on private. They took all of my. I shot it with this camera right here. I shot that shit in 8K RAW. That took up almost 8 or 9 terabytes, and they took
just for the videos.
Yes, dude. I documented the whole day. I was right there. I saw the whole thing. Anyway, and then they took all of my hard drives. And I didn't get any of my shit back. It's all gone. It's all.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah. And I'm in contact with one of the special agents who was one of the lead detectives on the case, because first they investigated me like I was part of the riot. I was like, dude, there were no riots. I was.
Yeah, I got you, bro.
I was there. I was fucking there. You were not there. So give me that. I was like, and I have proof. They're like, oh yeah, we know. We already got a subpoena for your footage. I'm like, we got so much more to talk about down the road. so anyway, but when people found out I went to the January 6th riot on my insurrection on January 6th, I lost 12 Patreon members. And in their exit surveys, they said, Darth, I didn't know Darth was a terrorist. I didn't know that he was a neo-Nazi under the mask. They were going hard on me, and I was like, holy shit. So from now on, I'm just like, anybody who wants to join me on Patreon, please just kind of go down the rabbit hole of my channel and find out what I'm about before you start to financially donate me, because I don't want wishy-washy people, But since I was demonetized, it went from 28 up to 78. That's a 50. That's incredible. All in the last month, and I would not still be making videos if it wasn't for them. I want to be
Well,
totally.
you know what? That's
for people like you.
let's dive into it, man.
You're a content creator and you're supporting me. That's crazy. Like I should be supporting. You know what? I'm going to donate to you. Fuck that.
No, don't do that. Don't do that to me. Wait, look, man, I got nothing but respect for you, and I think the rawness, the honesty of the content, and that's what people are being drawn to right now, right? That's people want. They don't want to be lied to anymore. They want honesty. And I think some people, it's a very hard pill for them to swallow. Hence the people leaving, calling you this, that, and the other, which, I mean, are you surprised? I mean, these fucking whack jobs out there who are,
I'm not surprised. But when it happens to you, you're like, that sucks. But I'm not surprised. Like, I was just, I guess I was surprised at how many were like, see ya.
Like
we were talking about before backstage. I think that's honestly a good thing because I'd rather thin the herd. I'd rather trim the fat. The people that shouldn't be here just shouldn't be here. Like my content is very specific. It's unique. It's a different taste. And if it's not for you, then just unsubscribe. And as much as I hate saying unsubscribe because all I want to do is get subscribers, I mean it. Like if this channel is not for you, then just leave because I'd rather have, like I said, 7,000 rock solid subscribers than 100,000 people that just don't care or they're wishy-washy or they're
right. Or maybe hit your sub just because they hit your sub button because of one video and then just never came back or apps 100%, man.
Yeah.
100%, man. This is an interesting. Real quick. This is an interesting. What's up, brother Thomas, the Gilk Man in the house? Huge supporter of the channel. This guy's been with me since like the beginning, man. So much so I've actually hung out with this guy personally. So he's a good dude, nice. Huge supporter, man. Also, guys, in the description of this stream, you can find the link to my boy Darth News over there. If you want to see what he's about, go check it out. If you like it, hit the subscription button. If you don't, then just fucking walk away. No, but go check him out, guys. I think a lot of you people who can relate to me will relate to my boy Darth. He's like,
thank you.
He's like if I just decided to lose my fucking mind. Like that's him, right? Like that's Darth, right? No, but
I take that as a compliment.
No, seriously, man. Like I could talk. I could blow smoke up your skirt all day, man. I love your shit. Real quick, let's see. It was the January 6th, almost entirely peaceful protest. If we are going to be using the same metrics as the left, I mean, we're not going to dive too much into the politics, the left or right side of it, but facts, right? Facts.
Facts are, I was there, and 99. And I do mean 99% of people were singing "Kumbaya," "God Bless America," holding hands, saying just "God Bless America." Like it was a bunch of like MAGA memas, a bunch of grannies. Like the only people that got crazy were the ones at the front. And the facts are, which I have on footage, but the FBI took it, is I recorded. So what looks like the front of the Capitol building, which we're all familiar with, is actually the back of it. So like the whole yard all the way up to the monument building, the penis looking building, like that all the way up to the Capitol. That's the back of the Capitol. So I was going to the front of the Capitol trying to find Starbucks. As I was walking, I saw the memes write themselves. It was a short bus. Okay, it was a short bus, and it was painted black, and people got off in black helmets. They were in black hoodies, black everything, and then one of the guys came out, opened up like the cellophane wrapper Trump gear, started putting Trump stickers in all of their helmets. These aren't military helmets. Okay, I know what a military helmet looks like. These are baseball helmets, like literal baseball. Okay? Baseball. and they're giving these like Trump flags, and the Trump flags still have the creases in them because they've never been used. So I'm filming this happen. I'm like, this is going to be good. Because I was like, at first I was like, oh, this is Antifa. I'm going to film Antifa. And they started getting out the Trump gear. And I was like, what is going on?
Damn, dude.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
So I kind of like, I backed up, crossed the street. And by the way, there's just police everywhere. I mean, you couldn't walk a foot without bumping shoulders with a cop. And so I bump shoulders, cross the street, and I kind of follow them with my camera. And I have my media pass on. And because believe it or not, I got a media pass with my channel, which is crazy. So that's good. I might have to try that sometime. Yeah, you should. So I had my media pass on. They let me cross the street, and I kept filming them, and I followed them around the front of the Capitol building, onto the side balcony. So there's like a balcony wrapped all the way around it.
Okay.
And it's like maybe 20 feet wide. And I followed them. They didn't say hi to anybody. They just walked straight to the back of it, jumped up, started jumping up on the side of the building, and then with bats breaking windows to the Capitol. And I'm like, what the hell? That's Antifa. And everyone was like, boo, everyone was just freaking out because they're like, that's not what we're doing here. Like, that's not what we're doing here. And then I filmed officers open up the doors, police. One of them had to have been secret police or secret service because they were in a suit and tie, a black suit and black tie. And there was a police officer. They opened up the doors. People started walking in. No resistance. They started walking in like, oh, wow, this is crazy. No violence. I mean, dude, so I got the whole thing on camera, and that's why they came after me.
Jesus Christ, man.
Sorry, I went on a
No, dude. This is
I
like,
haven't
look,
talked about that since it happened, so I had to.
dude. No, I mean, but to fucking talk about it, I'm fine. I'm demonetized. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Hey, yes,
fuck it.
You mentioned that. How are you demonetized? What?
One second. Just subscribe to Darth News.
The Gilk Man. Thank you. Thank you.
That's my boy right
I
there.
appreciate that very, 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 very.
Also,
very much.
Here you go. That one's for you, buddy.
Boom. Amber Heard is garbage. She's a barn witch. She should burn like one.
I'm not. I'll tell you what. Thomas. I'm not going to see it. I'm not going to see it in theaters anyway. I'm not paying for it. I'll tell you. I'm not paying for it.
I'll sneak into it just so I can review it.
There you go.
But I'm not paying for, or I'll download it through a torrent. I am not paying money to see that movie.
Taylor, one of my best mods, one of my supporters on Patreon. Sub to Darth News as well. Hell yeah. Thank you guys for that, man. Taylor's a good dude. He's hands down one of my best mods, man. There it is, guys. Channel in there.
I got a shout out.
There it is. So if you guys don't want to go down the description, which I can get that because you never do, but that's okay. You can hit that link right there in the chat. Super easy peasy. Open it in a new tab. You don't even have to leave the stream. So I love it. Thank you.
You're right. You got some great subscribers going on here.
I got some of the best people that look out for me, man. I don't know why they do it. I get up here and I say dumb shit on a mic and I play video games, and for some reason they love it, and I'm beyond thankful for it. Jane Theory, speaking of, this is the fire goddess. I play Fortnite with a lot of friends. I hate the fucking game, but it's fun to play with friends because you get those shit moments and then the fucking victory and camaraderie, the good shit. So she loves to set everything on fire, even her own teammates. But I'm not paid for it, but I'm watching Jason. I mean, I'll watch Jason too. I'm not gonna lie.
So on my second channel, Darth TV, I made a video saying why I don't like Jason. No.
Maybe I don't want to watch. No, I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
Well,
look, as far as
but he's a good. I mean, he's a good guy, but he's done some pretty questionable thing.
Yeah. I think I've heard this along the way, and I'll have to watch that video. I'll have to watch that video. So demonetization, and again, we this is just the first, I think, of many streams that we're gonna put together, man.
I think that's fair assessment.
Okay, cool. So demonetization. So okay, my story, and I know everybody, and we didn't get a chance to kind of go over that before show because these people in the chat have heard it. But I'm just one of many people in this I call family. A lot of people don't like the word community. This family that we've put together.
Family.
I think so, man. I think so. So this family that we put together, they know. So there was one day I was doing a stream. We were playing video games or something like that, and there was somebody who had come into my channel, and they didn't mean any malicious intent, but what they didn't do was ask me first or talk to me about it first. They came in with these accounts, I don't know if they were bot accounts or if they were alt accounts that were flagged by YouTube or what the case was. Right. But he started spamming my subscription button and the up and down vote button, which then triggered something on the AdSense side, which is technically like Google itself.
It is Google. It is Google
right.
AdSense,
Right, so triggered something in their systems to shut my channel down and take away my publisher ID, all of that shit. So I at this point I can't even really file. I did file appeals and they denied it. I can't even file an appeal at this point because I don't have a publisher code to do that. So that's how it all.
It didn't even give you. So my channel was demonetized, but it said I can request for remonetization, which I'm going to, I think, but it gave me 30 days to delete videos or make changes, even though it didn't tell me what
Right.
video I need is the problem or what changes. It didn't tell me what I need to change, because every video, somebody at YouTube will find something offensive in every video I make. Like there's not one. I would have to delete my channel essentially to get remonetization.
Yeah, no, you're right. So, with that, like, I'm not even able to, like, technically, they've said I'm not able to monetize ever again on that channel, because what they said was invalid click activity, right? So, I apparently to them, and how I understand it, because they don't fucking like to give you goddamn details.
So they think that you were a bot, like you were, like
I guess to them. Basically, how I understand it and communicating with these people, after I called Google, like actual fucking Google, and was like, I need to talk to somebody in AdSense, and their excuse was, oh, nobody's in AdSense because of COVID. Are you fucking, of course, that's everybody's easy excuse. Anyway, so yeah, they basically, it looked to them like I was artificially growing my channel, like I was bot subscribing my channel.
That's ridiculous.
Dude,
was it did the algorithm sense this, or was this a manual review? Because I'll get like random spurts. Like when I did my first Amber videos, I got like 2,000 subscribers in a matter of like 48 hours. They should have, if that's the case, then they should have assumed that those were bots, because it was one of my first videos.
Right. And I was telling you about the shout out I got on Friday Night Tights to push me up to 1,000 subscribers. Right. And there was no problem then. Months go by, I get monetized last December, I think it was, or it might have been November, December, so a year ago now at this point. And then like 3-4 months later, this goes down, and yeah, I have no publisher ID anymore. I'm not allowed to even apply for monetization anymore, all because somebody else came in, and I'm guessing either bot accounts or flagged accounts, started spamming my shit and shut me down. And there isn't a day that I go by that doesn't make me angry about it, because YouTube doesn't give me details. They don't tell me what live stream it happened on. They don't tell me what time, what part of the video. None of that shit. Guessing
game. It's Russian roulette. It's bullshit.
I agree.
No clear rule. They have their guidelines, but they're got like what was that? What movie was that? Their guidelines. Was that Pirates of the Caribbean? They're just guidelines. Like there's no actual definitive description of what is allowed and what is not allowed on YouTube for content creators, because you can say fuck and shit. You can say swear words and still be monetized. Joe Rogan does it all the time.
Oh yeah.
It's like it. So that if that's not it, then what is it? Because you got people like Tim Pool saying, oh, if we say even shit one time, our video is going to be demonetized. That's not true. That's not true.
So people
have different expectations of like or ideas of what is allowed on YouTube and what isn't. And I don't even have words. It's because people lose their livelihoods over this shit. Like people, like there was this one guy I read in the Daily Mail the other day, just because I was looking for stuff on the Alec Baldwin. But this one YouTuber had like 500,000 subscribers, and he was earning around like $200,000 a year from AdSense, and he was completely demonetized. And then they removed his channel, and he didn't even know why. And he had to move out of his home. He had to foreclose on his house. It ruined his life, probably because an algorithm was like, nah.
Well, that's it. That's just it. There was no fucking manual review on my channel. That's for goddamn sure. Because if that was the case, I sent them. I screen capped when it happened, or when I thought it happened. I mean, what I assumed had happened, and I sent them all that. And I said, "This is look." I'm even talking about it in the chat about, it could be bot accounts, could be something, not thinking that and then when you appeal, they ask you, well, what are you going to do differently about this? I have no fucking control over what people do when they come to my channel, when it comes to the subscription button.
Exactly. That's why I wish we could afford like a YouTube lawyer like Steven Crowder with Half Asian Bill Richmond.
Yes.
There are like social media like copyright and strike lawyers out there, but they're just like they're expensive, like anything legal. And it's like, and if you win, okay, you're not winning any money. You're just spending money to get your channel remonetized. And if your channel was doing good to begin with, then okay, maybe that's worth it. Maybe it's worth it to spend. But if you're one of small creators like myself or you, and I don't mean that with the disrespect, like,
oh, not at all, dude. I understand where I'm at. Yeah,
then it's not worth it. It's like we're just going to disappear.
Right.
You know, and all we can do if we want to fight that is to continue making content, because the way I look at it, once I was demonetized, I was like, okay, I see what's happening. This is now a battlefield. YouTube is now a battlefield for free speech.
Yep.
And I'm going to keep fighting for it. I'm going to keep saying what I'm saying. You can take it in any context you want, but it's a joke. But I'm going to keep saying what I'm saying, just because
Absolutely.
until they remove me at this point. I'm not, and when they remove me, Rumble, BitChute, whatever, I'll continue somewhere. But I have to keep fighting for free speech, because if we lose that, then
what the fuck's the point? What's the fuck? I mean, what?
YouTube is a private company, but it's not really. It's owned by Google, and Google has a monopoly on everything. Like,
well, and you know, people talk about the whole like public space thing, right? Like, when do you become a publisher? Yeah. Right. When do you become a publisher, or when are you part of the
an author? You know, you're either an author or a publisher.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So where, like, and not to mention the TOS here.
You could be on T-Mobile and plan a murder, and T-Mobile is not going to be held responsible for you talking on their service planning a murder.
Right.
You know what I mean? So It's like, that's how YouTube should be played. It's like, unless somebody wants to make a personal lawsuit against you or sue you for libel or whatever, then okay, then that's going to be dealt with off of YouTube. But I feel like it would be better. I mean, sunlight is the best disinfectant. Let people speak. Let people explain why they feel the way they do, and let other people who are grown-ups with minds of their own decide if they agree with them or not. And if they're terrible people, if they're actually racist, then they'll be exposed and they'll be shunned, as they should be.
That's just it, man. Like you said, that's beautifully put, man. Let the crazy people be fucking crazy. They'll get weeded out, man. Like the common sense motherfuckers out there will weed those people out. They most certainly will. Real quick, I'm all over the place. Yes. Hail to the queen, Keshiq queen. At some point, when one of these creators are going to go down to 180 on their content and make it all about getting their degree in law and schooling. Well, that's the thing.
I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, how many
some Gen Z kid?
Right. Well, and here's the thing too. The reason why people like, channels like Nerderotic, like D-Day Cobra, Geeks and Gamers, the reason, the Quartering, right, Darth News, the reason that these channels exist is mostly, or at least the way they are now, is mostly out of that war you're talking about, whether you call it the culture war or whatever the case is, free speech. Those were born out of that, right? Like, it's like a Catholic schoolgirl, right? You tell her not to, and she's going to do it even more, right?
We're the results. We're the symptom of what society and mainstream media has done. And I mean, honestly, I feel like 2016, when Trump won, that broke everyone's minds.
Oh yeah,
and a lot of them couldn't put their mind back together. And shit hit the fan. Like, with this PC culture shit, they just fanned the flames of this PC culture all the way through. And I knew as soon as Trump was out of office, nothing would change. I thought maybe they'd back off a little bit. No, dude, they're doubling, tripling down on these ridiculous ideologies that have no basis in reality. And it upsets me to the point I have to make a channel on YouTube and talk about it. Exactly.
And that, like you said perfectly, man, you guys are born out of that fire, right? And it's one of those things, like, the more you push, the more we're going to push back. So just let us have our speech, have your TOS, whatever. We'll play ball with you, but you also have to let us say what we got to say, because that's why people are coming to us. It's like, as a company, why would YouTube shoot themselves in the foot? If you've got people who are continuously subscribing to you, or these channels are being built, that's just revenue. Why would you stop a revenue source? Doesn't matter what the fuck they say, right? If people are coming to watch,
you think money is king, but there is a deeper agenda behind all of this. It's they're playing the long game. Trust me. This.
I belive it, dude. People.
I asked myself the same question. I mean, just this year they purged over a million. Fact check me, but I believe they deleted 1 million channels off their platform for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And why would they do that?
Well, and then like Josiah Rises was demonetized. I know that. Gosh, there's been a few. Echo Based Network. What network was recently demonetized? And these are guys who have like 2,000, 3,000. Yeah, Salty Cracker. Right. Exactly, dude. You're not lying. And it's like, it's got to be these algorithms. It's got to be the way they have it set up.
If you don't bend the knee, I mean, it has to be their algorithms. But I feel like for the bigger channels, someone does a manual review. Like I got a notification in the email that it was manually reviewed by 2 peers. So 2 people reviewed my channel.
So yours is censorship for sure.
Yeah, they demonetized me for targeting a protected class, and they did not tell me what I was talking about. I thought it was because the video I made right before I got demonetized, at the end of it, I said, if you're a pedophile, kill yourself. And or something along those lines. And
I agree.
I think because I said that might have been it, but I don't know. Are pedophiles a protected class? I don't know. Is it because I make fun of non-binaries and these people who identify as deer from the dragon realm?
Well, there are certainly people out there who would want pedophiles to be a protected class, which is fucked up.
No, there are people. I've seen this one woman gave a TED talk on stage about why pedophiles are just born that way, and it's like, oh, I don't even want to get into it, man.
Yeah, no, yeah, we'll save that. We'll save that for another time. But yeah, you're right. So the demonetization side of things, obviously, my situation is a little bit different, but it's in a bigger scope here. Why are channels getting demonetized? Why? Like we never get clear reasons as to why they're demonetized. Vague answers. Now, I will say this: we do have a guy in the family, the community, who has been very hard at work behind the scenes, not only trying to get my channel remonetized, but he got Josiah Rises remonetized, and I think a few other people monetized. And I don't know if you have any interest in, I could talk to him and see what he could do. He's found a way to actually communicate with YouTube, whereas like, that's the other thing too, even as small creators, like I don't think you get a rep until like 100,000 subscribers or some shit like that.
Whenever I reach out, I always get an automated response. I know it's I know it's not like somebody who responded to my email. It's just it's whatever they have set up, just responding to my email, because I get the email almost immediately. So it's like, okay, can I talk to somebody, please?
Yeah, I think the last appeal that I was able to file before they actually ripped the publisher ID, I sent the appeal, and literally seconds later, a response was in the email. But I've seen DMs with this guy. He's legitimately talking to somebody at YouTube, which blows my fucking mind. I don't know how he did it. I don't know how maybe he played nice. I don't know, but it sounds like he's actually working on it, and he's got other people remonetized. So we're knock on wood. Hopefully, I'm hopeful.
If you find any luck with that, I am interested, but if you personally find success with his help, then please let me know.
Absolutely, we'll be in touch about that. But again, it's this thing though. It's these channels are getting demonetized for absolutely that we know of no reason. I mean, there's even accounts that legitimately spam bot their subscribers to sell those verified accounts. Well, if they're getting bot subscribed, how are they getting verified, right? And then these people turn around and sell them as like legitimate channels to other people when they have no content or one video.
Two weeks ago, the hunting community and the gun community majority of them were just completely removed or demonetized off YouTube.
Yep.
With no explanation, and everything they did was within the guidelines. But because they have a firearm, they just keep changing the rules.
Right. It changes month to month, man.
Right. I mean, like people. A lot of them are educational channels about how to load certain weapons, how to dismantle a shotgun, this and that. And it's like, these are important things to know if you're a gun owner.
Yes. And like shit that will save people's lives.
That content is dangerous. So yeah, I mean, they're removing channels that aren't even being offensive. Just the fact that they're
right.
I mean, but that's like their whole thing is guns or hunting, or it's like That's crazy. These people need to find a way to sue because
Yeah, and again, like from a business standpoint, anyway, I don't see or understand why you would even do that, because even me, like making my measly, I was like average maybe $600 a month on YouTube. That was it, right? Enough to put some gas in the car, maybe pay a bill.
oh yeah,
right?
I mean, I was making less than that. Yeah,
right. So it's not like we're out here trying to scam the system. We're legitimately trying to grow channels. We're legitimately editing hours of content.
That's the thing about fascists, man. That's the thing about authoritarians. It's not. They don't censor the truth. I mean, they censor the truth. They don't censor their agenda or their bullshit. I mean, the news is no longer giving you news. They're giving you their opinion. Right. In line with an agenda. It's clear. It's super. Clear. And I don't get it why all these people who are like anti-establishment are on board with big pharma, with the FDA, with the government. It's like, I thought you were like punk rock. Like, you're not punk rock. Like, just because you dyed your hair green and pink makes you a non-binary now. You're not punk. It's like, my dude,
the words you are speaking are 100% truth. growing up, I would say, like, back in the day, like the true sense of like the liberal side of things. Like I consider myself an anarchist at one point, right? Like, I grew up in the punk rock scene, going to the punk rock shows, hanging out with all the gutter punks, right? At the dirty, what do they call it? The Destruction House, the D House here in my local town, right? Like, where everybody would just come and party and get fucked up. And like, I lived that life. I get it. Those people are the people now, like you said, who are backing the big pharma, who are backing all these people. And I'm like, where have you people lost your goddamn way? What makes you think that we legitimately fought against this?
Are you still on Trump? Do you still hate him that much that you're just like, whatever this new government is telling you, because it's not Trump, you're just like, okay. I mean, people are super anti-government. I mean, every single liberal, lefty, most, not all, not all. I'm speaking from experience of living in California, they were all like, "Oh, I'm not taking the vaccine. Trump's in charge. I'm not going to take the vaccine." And now these same people are like, "If you don't take the vaccine, you're a Nazi. I'm going to punch you." It's like you're killing people. Yeah, it's like no, you need to pick a lane, because nothing you say is in any way convincing. You're turning people off. Like, there was a study showing that 88% of Americans would have been vaccinated by now if they didn't force it on people. But like we were talking about earlier, when you tell someone to do something, you're going to make them not want to do it, especially when you say do it or else with an ultimatum, like, oh, you lose your job. Oh, really? Okay, then I'm going to quit and protest. And now you have millions of people quitting the workforce. Yeah,
literally millions of people, like restaurants shutting down because people have walked away from it. Like nurses, people that we fucking need to get better, to get well, to that, like, for if I do get sick, I'm gonna need that nurse there. Am I right? Well, guess what? You done fucking scared her off, and now you're struggling. Now you're figuring out how to do this. You're right. It all kind of ties into this whole thing, and we're not on the inside of it. I would really like to be a fly on the wall when these fucking, corporations, these, Google.
That's what we got, Project Veritas.
Oh yeah, we
should fly on the wall. Like that's they reveal everything. I mean,
it's fucking crazy, man.
That, but yeah.
No, I've been watching that shit lately. We could talk more about that another day too. But that's just it, man. It's these people getting demonetized because they feel a certain way about something, when this is supposed to be the land of free speech, right? The land to be able to say what you got to say. And look, not everything, and I'll even say this now, I don't agree with everything that you say, Darth.
Oh, I would hope not, because I would agree with everything you say. That's like, you're not supposed to.
Right. And that to me is.
We both agree this is not racist, right?
I agree. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
People have freaked out. When I first put this up, I lost subscribers because they thought I was a rapist. I'm not even joking.
Which is crazy. Like, okay, so when I was growing up doing the whole punk rock thing, like, I looked at the flag a little bit differently, right?
Oh, growing up, me too.
Right, you get it, right. But I think once you get to a certain age, you realize there's things that you've worked hard for that you could lose, right? So you begin to appreciate things differently. You see things differently, and I think a lot of this generation before us is the ones that are screaming at the top of their lungs about shit that don't make fucking sense, right?
Right, and the reason why I'm outraged about this is our current social and economical and
boobies,
yeah, but I mean,
and boobies.
Yeah, and boobies, yes, and boobies.
I mean, there's boobies in America, right?
Boobies.
Can't hate on.
Because I believe in what that flag stands for. I just don't believe in the people that are running this flag now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, absolutely. This is absolutely. It's your land, it's my land, it's all you guys' fucking land, man.
Smoke that like button.
Oh yeah, hell yes. Do you like to smoke it? I mean, I'll take a smoke. I'll smoke that, like, yeah. But no, everybody, you're right. This is what it comes down to: is the fact that if you don't kowtow to their narrative or what they want, then they'll take you out of the game. And even if YouTube doesn't seem to have an issue with it, there's going to be hundreds of other people who are going to flag and cry about it and this, that, and the other, and then be the first one to bitch about it. It's so ass backwards. It's like these people constantly fucking contradict themselves constantly. You look at the whole thing with the Netflix, right? We'll talk about the Netflix thing since we're talking about cancel culture and the Dave Chappelle shit, right? So you have this person at Netflix, or I don't know if they're an employee at Netflix, but the one who started this whole fucking march out of Netflix shit that never even really happened.
She was a director she worked for Netflix. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, not looking back at her, now everybody's going back 10 years ago to her past tweets and all the racist shit that she said. And again, I'll reiterate that a lot of other YouTubers have said, like, I'm not about pulling old tweets. Like, I get it. People change, right? People fucking change.
That's the point, is everybody has something to hide. And even if they didn't realize at the time they should hide it, we've all said something that would trigger somebody. So
speaking of Darth, if I die, I'm going to need you to delete my internet history. Just do me that favor.
100%. Likewise. I'll give you. I got you. Just delete everything.
I got you. But yeah, like you're saying, man, like everybody's got a past. We get it, and I understand that. But when this person is blatantly just making a scene for clout, I guess we'll use the word clout, right?
That's what Twitter is. It's a clout echo chamber.
That's exactly. And it's funny because I actually retweeted a tweet about that woman, about all her, old tweets and stuff like that. And I said, you know what? Like, I actually respect those old tweets more because you were actually being honest. Whether I agreed with them or not, that's besides the point. I'll actually respect that because you were actually being fucking honest with what's going on now. You're just trying to fucking,
they're pandering, virtue signaling. They're shilling for no money. They're doing it because I guess the overlords are telling them to. I mean, why else would everyone get on this woke train like blindly as quickly as they did? And some of these celebrities are waking up, like, you can feel however you feel about Nicki Minaj or these other, but they're like, what? You're gonna make me take what? they're realizing that
was a fucking big turnaround, huh? With the whole Nicki Minaj thing, I was like 24 hours.
I would agree with Nicki. I mean, I used to like Young Money, Cash Money. I like Lil Wayne, but I never thought I would agree with Nicki Minaj. I was like, but here we are.
Yeah, here we are, man. Let's see, rules for thee and not for me. Well, that's just it, man. That's just it. Like, if you can't sit there and fucking see that you have become what you are fighting against, where does the self-reflection come in?
I don't think it does.
Taking inventory for yourself.
I think they get swept away in this euphoria of just everyone sucking each other's dicks, of just like, and all this confirmation bias. Like that's why people on Twitter are mainly lean one way, and it's because they just get approval from the people that are in this little bubble of Twitter, and they get radicalized really fast. I mean, you can see people transition. Some of these kids that I went to college with in California, like, oh man, I still follow them on Instagram, but we don't talk. But I just like check in on them, and I'm like, oh my God, you are a crazy person now. She looks like they all look like the person who was responsible for Alec Baldwin shooting the cinematographer.
Oh yeah, she's
Hannah
a bit rough.
Reed. They all look like her now. It's like
well, and we kind of talked about that backstage before the show, where like I had a falling out with some friends, and maybe they don't know it, but it was from the whole political like thing, the whole like the social, what's the social, God, what's the word I'm looking for? The social climate. That's it. The social climate and all that shit, right? And when somebody tells you that like a certain person can't be racist, whatever, nationality, color, whatever they identify as, saying that they can't be racist because of X, Y, and Z. It's like
only white people can be racist, and not only can they be racist, only white people are inherently racist.
Yep, absolutely. Go ahead.
I've studied CR, critical race theory. I actually read Robin DiAngelo's book, White Fragility. Fucking give me a handgun and a bottle of scotch, because I don't know how I made it, but I read it just to understand the mind of these people, and I'm just used
right
intentionally, because these group of people who truly believe that if you're white, you are inherently racist and you have white privilege, and it needs to be checked. I grew up in a suburb of Detroit, and I've said this before.
Oh shit, yeah.
I know so many white people who are. They're still there. They're living in absolute poverty. Not in the streets, but that, like, if you see the movie 8 Mile, it's like that. They're living that every day, and they don't have any privilege. They're not racist. They live amongst black people. Half their friends are. So this argument that all white people are inherently racist blows my mind, and it really.
Well, these are people who never fucking gone out and like opened the fucking window and looked outside, dude. Like, have you never communicated with fucking anybody? These people who have been handed shit to them their whole lives, right? Like, it's the people who legitimately have like a privilege are the ones screaming that like, white privilege and all of this shit like that, right?
Right.
Do you not open a fucking door?
I know.
Like, go outside and talk to somebody.
Outside if you're not, afraid of COVID.
Let's see. And this is the other point I was going to make. I had there was a person who had made a comment on. It was a post about Dave Chappelle. It might even have been the one I was talking about with that woman saying all the fucking crazy shit that works for Netflix. Right. It was a person who was gay, and they were like, "Hey, I support Dave Chappelle. Like, these are jokes. Like, as a member of the LGBT community, like." These are jokes, and you guys got to understand that. Like, he's bringing things to light, talking about things, creating conversation. Whether the guy basically says whether I agree with him or not isn't the point. He's creating conversation.
You have to think about the intent, the intent behind the context. Like,
right.
It's a joke. That's the context, but the intent behind it is not malicious.
Right.
It's not to attack the trans community or gay people.
Right.
It's not the point. You're missing the entire point, especially if you didn't watch it to the end, then you really missed the point, especially from the closer. He wrapped that up beautifully.
Well, the fucked up thing about it was after this person defended Dave Chappelle, says, I'm a member of your community, and this is how I feel about it. Then a trans person, oh, how are you a member of our community? Oh, well, you don't count. Your opinion doesn't count. You're not trans, so it doesn't matter. They eat their fucking own, dude. Like,
it's like black Trump supporters. They're like, oh, you're a racist. It's like, what?
Yeah. They eat their fucking own.
And it's almost like let them eat themselves till there's nothing left. Because I really hope people start waking. I mean, I feel like people are waking up more and more and more. But it needs to change on a political level as well, not just. I mean, because usually, society is downstream from politics. It's like we need to change who's in charge. Like, I left California because of Nancy Pelosi. Because I left San Francisco because of Nancy Pelosi. Then I left LA because of De Blasio, or not De Blasio. Sorry, because of Garcia and Newsom. I can't stand Gavin Newsom. Like, the rules that he implemented, as far as the restrictions for COVID, were ridiculous. Like, apparently, there was a statement that came out. He thought that COVID is more contagious after 9 p.m. because people could be drinking and socializing. And it's like, You're setting a curfew because your people are gonna go out and have a drink.
They're fucking doing that all day long, man.
You said you can't be on the beach after 6 p.m. Like, why not? What is that? What does being on the beach have anything to do with COVID? What is it? Oh, because people are already spaced out on the beach. They're already 6 feet apart.
Yeah, right.
They're like literally as out in the open as you could possibly be, which is like on the ocean. I don't know. It's crazy. I mean,
I'll tell you this, man. When so me and the fiance went and hung out with Drunk 3PO back in February down in Florida, and we went to the beach. We took a day and went to the beach, and with COVID and everything going on and all the lockdowns and shit, like going to the beach down there, it felt normal. Like nobody had masks on, and everybody was just kind of they had their space, but
right.
People were just enjoying life, and
they weren't doing each other's business. You know,
right? No, everybody was just smiling, having a good time, enjoying the weather, enjoying the water. The kids were running around. Not a goddamn thing. Nobody was yelling at anybody about shit, starting fights with anybody. And yes, we should appreciate those moments, but we shouldn't be used. We should be used to having those moments. We shouldn't shouldn't surprise us.
The fact that people are assimilating to these restrictions is scary. It just shows you how much control propaganda has over people's minds, over their, which should be rational and logical decision making. It's like they just turn to the government to save them. Save me, big brother. Save me.
Right, right.
No, I'm about less government. You know, like we need government in certain areas, but
for sure.
But come on, man. Like I don't. Do you want the government to control your life? Do you want to depend on the government to give you your check? Do you really not want to work for anything? Do you just want to complain? Are you really going to go spend $50,000 on a gender studies degree? Is that really what you should be doing? Who am I to say what anyone should be doing? You can do whatever you want, but
absolutely do what you want. But coming from
when you get that degree, don't ask yourself why you're on government, assistance.
Right. And that kind of harkening back to what I was saying before about like what traditional punk rock, anarchy, all that stuff meant was less of that, right? And more of the people kind of bringing to the notion, like, I think these people forget there are more of us as people than them, right? Like, we have to be the one to create that change, which is creating YouTube channels, getting the word out there, talking about it, showing common sense, getting people to realize that this shit's fucked up.
It is.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, feel how you want about Trump, but Twitter's already mocking the hell out of his new social media platform. But I hope it flourishes. I hope it is just like as user friendly as YouTube, Twitter, whatever, and it's its own thing and it's in its own unique way, because everything it's going to be the wild west on his new social media. Like, you're going to be able to say whatever you want. It's like a 100% free speech platform. And I'm kind of excited for something like that. Like that's not going to. I mean, like if you say something like "I'm going to go kill this person," like
that's different.
Right? A channel like you or me would not be demonetized, and it's also going to have eligibility for monetization. So like those are all great things, and I hope more companies start doing this. More entrepreneurs that are young and in tech, and we need to change.
And I think you're right.
I think the game,
I think you're right. And I said this before, like after I was demonetized, I went over and started an Odyssey and stuff like that. You're right. It doesn't, like, even take Trump out of the platform. Let's just say, because like whatever, I don't care. I don't like right. I don't like left. I like fucking the people having their voice. I don't give a fuck about the right and left. And a real quick side note, so I don't forget about it. I watched that video today where the guy said he was going to like go around and punch people in the face if they misgender him.
Yeah,
we'll talk about
that. Yeah.
We'll talk about that later. But we need these alternative platforms to give people an alternative, to fight against these mainstream platforms like YouTube that want to censor people, that want to cancel, demonetize people. I mean, like, Darth, you get, because you've lived, I mean, shit, you've been in the trenches more than I have when it comes to, creating content or, working in the entertainment industry. It takes work. It's hard work. It's time out of our lives. And I know you mentioned in a video recently where it's like this is what I do. I come and I make content for you guys. I hang out with you guys in any free time that I have. For many different reasons, because at least for me, live streams, especially when I get to talk to the chat. And I'm sorry, chat, I haven't had a chance to talk to you. I just wanted to make sure that me and Darth get a good chance to talk. And then I can address comments and stuff later on. Just know, chat, I love you very much, guys. Very, very much. But anyway, yeah, absolutely. So, all right, where was my thought? Stoner mind. What was I saying? Help me out.
Demonetized.
Yeah. All right. So these big companies are gonna, demonetize you, take away all the hard work that you've put into your channel, the editing, the time that it takes to put a video together, to put a live stream together, to come up with content.
When you start become a creator on YouTube, you change your entire schedule, your lifestyle. Even if it's like a part-time thing you do, it still consumes you every day of the week.
No, dude. What's the first thing you think of when you wake up? Tell me.
Fucking YouTube.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Look, I used to brew beer. Okay, I was a brewer for a while. I got out of the industry mainly to start working on this shit, but because financially it made more sense. I was driving kind of far away, and you don't make much as a brewer. We'll catch up on that shit anyway. But anyway, I left that job to help focus on this, to help focus on my family. And then I was making enough money to help. I was helping paying bills. I was helping, keep gas in the car, keep food on the table for the kids, all that shit. And then it was just taken away from me. Now we're not. I mean, yeah, we're times are tough.
Because I don't. Even if I were remonetized, I'm still going to be walking on eggshells forever. I don't want to. That's like that. That gives me anxiety. That gives me I don't need that kind of negativity. I want to be able to speak without worrying about losing my livelihood.
Right.
I don't want to rely on these fascists at YouTube to pay my bills, because one day they might just pull the plug like they've already done for no reason. Right.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. And it's why I've looked at alternatives. I've even thought about going back into brewing and stuff, just because I'll always do the YouTube, but you've been 3 years now at this point, 2.5, 3 years.
Yeah. The first video I posted the other day saying 3 years ago today, that was originally uploaded on my Instagram.
Okay.
3 years ago, and then I put it.
I was gonna say it's the classic Darth with the slow motion. I love that shit, by the way. Which is why I like that Patreon video you did so much, because it was like, this is some classic Darth shit right here, bro. No, but that's just it, man. Shit, I keep forgetting where I'm fucking my fucking.
It's okay.
I'm stoned, man.
I'm a stoner too. I'm a little high.
No, and that's why my chat knows.
We were talking about worrying about being demonetized. But the point of me saying that was, that's why I'm looking forward to hopefully the fruitful future of other platforms that's coming out soon that can give us.
That's it.
Could you imagine just being able to say what you want to say, how you want to say it, and make an honest living from it, and not have to worry about losing your job? That's the vision of America I have, is free speech.
Right. And that was going to be my point too. Is the 3 years of editing videos, taking that time. I remember when I was working. Yeah, that was my point.
Hours.
Yeah, exactly. So when I would get off of work at the brewery, I would come home, I would put together, okay, this is what I'm going to do for video. I'd nail the video out real quick. I'd edit. It'd take me all afternoon to edit. I'm sitting in here eating dinner while my family is at the table eating dinner, because I'm trying to edit to get this video done, to get it out. You're right. It affects your entire fucking life. Hell, dude, my old lady gets mad at me because the only time I can stream right now, because my internet sucks, because I live out in the middle of nowhere, is I stream at night when everybody's sleeping, because that's the only time that I can do it over on Twitch. So, she's upstairs by herself. I'm down here, and it's I love you too, babe. Look at this. Yeah, I know. I love you too, babe. Look, she's my biggest dude. And check this shit out. This is fucked up. And not only YouTube demonetizing people, but taking subs away from people. Number one fan literally watches my videos every fucking day, visits the channel every day. They unsubbed my fiance from my channel. Just saying.
No way.
Yeah. And then tried to tell me when I hit him up on Twitter, it was like, what the fuck's this about? Oh, well, this happens sometimes when we find accounts that aren't legitimate. What the fuck you mean? She sends super chats to everybody in the community. She sends, what the fuck are you talking about?
It's them picking away at you a little bit at a time, hoping you don't notice.
Right.
But when it's someone you obviously know,
Somebody I sleep next to.
It reveals them. It reveals it.
Like literally somebody who's on the same IP address as me looking at video. Like, what the fuck, man?
And have you ever lost like 5 or 10 or 12 subscribers like at a time?
Oh yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah,
you
easily.
just refresh and you're like, what the all this? No, because my channel is so small. It's like there's no way. There's no way. Like even sometimes 20 subs just I mean disappear. I'll refresh an hour later because I'm addicted to it. Hit that refresh, and I'm hoping to get a couple subs, and it's like minus 20, and I'm like,
yep. What? I just had that happen. I had like 5 just disappear.
20 people at the same time just had the epiphany of let's unsubscribe from Darth News. No, that did not happen. YouTube removed them.
Yep. Yeah, and their excuses, bot accounts or fake accounts. No. They're not. They're real legitimate accounts. Like I've been unsubbed from other people as well.
Yep.
People who I watch regularly. So, I guess coming back to that, was like the time and energy that we put into this, the work that we put into this, sacrificing our own personal lives to try to bring some kind of entertainment because we get it. We understand. We fucking get that we need an escape, right? Which is kind of why we do the YouTube. Yeah, we talk about real world shit, but in a sense, it's like I'm doing it for other people. I'm not doing it for myself, right? And the part of it is, I guess, for myself too, because like at least when I'm streaming, I get to enjoy talking with my chat, and like it really is therapeutic
off,
for me.
Like for ourselves, and then when people started to, watch videos, then it became like, okay, I'm doing it for you as well now. Like when you first start making content, you're doing it for you because you want to see if you can do it. I mean, apparently, I think it's something like 70% of people that start a YouTube channel to upload videos fall off after the first year. They just disappear.
Yeah.
I mean, millions of just channels that are just dead, ghost channels, because, I mean, you either get demonetized or you just can't keep up with it, or you just don't have the patience for that kind of grind, because it's a grind.
Oh, it's fucking sweaty.
It doesn't matter what level of like content you create, whether it's like super professional editing, like film theory or something like that, or if it's just you're talking to a camera. It takes so much time, and if you don't have the stamina for that, especially if you're demonetized, then
Oh, because I had that same moment you did, dude. Like when that shit would, if you actually go back on my Twitter, you will see a fucking video where I'm threatening a motherfucker. I'm like, if I find out who the fuck you are, it's fucking pay time, buddy. It's payday. You're fucking dude. I was pissed. Ask the chat; they'll fucking tell you, dude. I was pissed. So and you were talking about doing Twitch in the middle of the night because the internet sucks. Yes, babe. Yes. This girl, she puts up with so much bullshit, dude. I don't know why she's still with me, man. I don't fucking get it.
That's why you're with her, right?
Yeah. Well, that's it, man.
You gotta find that ride or die that puts up with you.
I ain't never gonna let it go. That's for damn sure. Because she's put up with so much. You know what? She stays with me for the beautiful hair. So maybe that's what it is. But yeah, man, that's the thing. Every day I wake up, I think about the YouTube thing. I think about what can I do to improve the channel? What am I going to do today to improve that? It's you get in this mind space when it comes to being a content creator. And I think a lot of people, you're right, they can't handle the whole, like, it's all I think about, right? It's like, what can I do next to grow the channel? What can I do next to provide people with like quality entertainment, but still not lose myself in the fucking process, which I think, it swallows people up. And you know what? Hey, kudos to the people who go out and try. If you can't do it and you're honest with yourself, hey, I can respect that.
No, it's definitely not for everybody. But I do feel bad for the people that are talented. Like there's so many talented like singers and actors and musicians out there, for example, just to use an example, that are never going to see the real stage or never going to get a record deal, but they're more talented than any of these people using this techno audio, or you know what I mean? It just there's so much talent out there, and I feel bad for people who actually have good channels. I used to follow a couple channels. I can't think of them offhand, but they've been gone for like the last 3 years, and they're not coming back. And they didn't even, no goodbye video, just poof.
Just
and
stop.
It's like I was like, that sucks, man. Like, and one of them had like 230,000 subscribers, and it's like,
what?
Yeah, just gone, man.
Would just roll. I mean, like, look, that's the dream, right? Like, look, I never got into this to make money. That was never the intention. And quitting my job, and I know you agree with the sentiment. I didn't get in this to be famous. I didn't get in this to become fucking rich and make, have all this fucking clout and shit. That wasn't why I did it. I did it because I was pissed off about something that I didn't like, something as a consumer that a company was putting out. I was like, what the fuck is this half-baked product? We've been supporting this, I'm talking about, like, I started my channel like back when Blizzard was doing the whole Diablo Immortal on the phone thing.
Yeah.
And then,
I'm not even a big gamer, but I remember that very well.
Yes. So, like, because I'm a huge Diablo fan, been big Blizzard guy from like back in the day and shit. And then that dropped, right? That, like, oh, Immortal. And then come to find out this motherfucker's like, oh, you guys don't have cell phones? Really, motherfucker? The only reason you have a fucking job now is because me and my homies' money that we shilled out for fucking years, and you're really gonna fucking come at me like that, bro? And that's when it was like, all right, I'm making a fucking. I mean, and that video is really, it's bad, but
but it took something to happen for you to want to actually vocalize. You wanted to rant to the world because you felt like it was that important. Absolutely.
And
ever since then, I felt the same way. With everything I talk about.
Yeah, and again, like I think you had said in one of your videos, like I'm not looking to be famous. I want my little space, my little slice.
They say, like, I was watching this motivational speaker, and he was talking about finding your dot, right?
Yeah.
He's like, you can be successful if you just find your dot. What does that mean? There's a whole map, right? There's all these different like things that people need, right? Or they want consumers want. There's like, I don't need tampons, but obviously there's a whole bunch of people that need them. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's a big dot. But then there's things like something small or unique that's specific, like a special catering service. Like there's always going to be an audience or a consumer of whatever you're selling. If it has a purpose or reason, or if it's good, or especially if it's quality. So just right. I don't need the whole world to watch my channel. I don't need 1 million subs. That would be great, but that might even change my perception. I don't think I could actually comprehend what 1 million people would. That all of a sudden the pressure would be so high. I'd be like, it might actually creep me out. Like, so I like my little nook of the internet, my little slice of the pie. And as long as I can maintain that slice of the pie, wonderful. But being demonetized really makes it hard.
It does. It really fucking does. And here's the thing too, like, and real quick, we'll get into that because I actually to that point. What's up, Roto? How are you, brother? He says, what's up, fam? Roto Commish here. Love you, Ords. Love you too, man. Dude, thank you for being such a big support of the channel lately, dude, and lifting me up, man. And I just wanted to address it because I love you too, man. And we have created this beautiful family of people who just want to come and support. And part of me wanting to do this stream was to bring Darth into that because, like, the dude's been grinding all on his own. He hasn't asked for help from anybody. The dude's just been pounding away. Yeah. And I got so much fucking respect for that. But I also want you to be a part of what's going on, like, with the people in my community or my family, because
I would love that because I've befriended a few content creators, but I haven't really, because I'm such I'm very niche, like again, I'm a very, very unique taste, acquired taste. It's not for everybody. And I know that.
Bro, I was drawn to a moth.
I never found a door to open to go meet, really, like, expand, just because, again, you're like you just said, you're right. I'm doing this all on my own. Most of us are doing this all on our own.
Right.
I try to put on a little bit more of a show sometimes. Not all. Sometimes it's more just to the point. Sometimes it's a stand-up routine, an improv stand-up routine, but it's unique. And I don't think like I told you earlier, when Ryan Kinnell read my thingy, my comment, I was like, oh, Darth News. He was like, oh, thanks. Like, I feel like some people may have watched my channel and they're just like, this guy's a little too extreme to have on the channel. I don't want to get demonetized or this or that, and
I don't give a fuck. I like you, man.
That's why I'm here with you, or that's why I'm here, man. Because
I was drawn to a moth like a flame with your content. So there was no the taste was already there. I just needed to discover.
You already had that. There's nothing to acquire. I get it. No, I appreciate that.
Absolutely. What's up, Wookiee Supremacy in the house, my dude? How are you, brother?
Was that a Wookiee doing the hail?
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah. What's up, dude?
I love that. That's awesome.
I love it, man. Just awesome people in the family here. It's absolutely Taylor, man, and you're one of them, dude. And I will always appreciate you for all the hard work that you do in the modding aspect and the support, man. But okay, yeah. So like I said, I just wanted to kind of like bring you in here to like just I don't know, share my community with you because I believe in what you're doing, man. I do. But seriously, like what it comes down to is I appreciate what you're doing. I relate to it in a sense of like
I'm humbled, man.
We're
some bro love right now, but I'm fucking. I love you, man. Thank you. Like it means so much to like. That means so much. I mean, fuck, dude.
Oh, dude, I'm not even done yet, bro.
Okay, all right. Well, please keep going, baby.
So, I'm inspired by your content in a sense of like we talked about before the show, where it's like you let it out there, right? You it's like you opened up your mind and invite people to come in, and I wish I could be more like that. Maybe I need a mask. Maybe what do you guys think? Should I don't know. Maybe I'll do a mask. I don't know. Anyway, what's up?
Set up a second channel. Doesn't mean start to go for it. I mean,
there you
just
go.
like a once a week video. Just be like out there.
So if you guys see a new channel that's out and somebody's wearing a goofy mask, it's definitely not me.
Definitely not
me at all. Definitely not me. But no, like I said, I just wanted to like bring you in and kind of talk with you about the demonetization thing, because when I saw it, I was like, no fucking way. They went after my boy Darth. They're gonna fucking do me like that. Now they're gonna do my boy Darth like that. And I want you to know that you are not alone in this whole YouTube sphere. There are people who truly do give a shit about you and your content. And I wanted to share your content with everybody else because the inspiration that it provides me. Believe it or not, there have been videos I've done where I've thought like, okay, Darth News, let's get that hype like he gets. Let's get that, you know what I'm saying? Let's be open and just let it all loose. yeah. And I'm still struggling with it, but
here's the thing. Maybe just to help you out, like it only because I've had experience on stage in front of the camera prior to this, like professional experience, and then I went to school for it. I was used to it. I mean, I did a 2-hour one-man show about Thomas Edison, the most boring fucking show, one-man show, and I played like 6 different characters on stage in front of an audience of 5,000 people. Okay, like by myself. So I'm used to being on stage. But even though I'm used to it, every time I turn that camera on, especially when it comes to this channel specifically, because there's no like script. I'm not trying to play a character, or I'm just. I'm Darth News, so
right.
I have to psych myself up. Even when, dude, you think I want to make videos all the time? I don't.
No,
there's so many. I'm binging like a good TV show. I'm like, I do not want to make a video right now. And I'm like, damn it. All right, let's do it. And I'm like, it gets psyched up, and I have. So the only advice I can give to you is just one day, just be like, fuck it, I'm doing it, and just even if you don't feel like it, and then. When you're finished with it, if it's like just that good energy, you always bring good energy. I mean, you bring great energy. I mean, you got that aura, man. You're glowing.
I'm trying, baby.
I don't want anyone to try to be like my channel,
right?
Because it's like but if you can be your own version of what I'm doing, do you know what I mean? Like your own level. Of freedom. It's and you don't even have to post it. Just do it, record it, edit it, and just see what you think about it. Show it to your fiance. Show it to a friend. Be like, what do you think? It's pretty funny, right? You have to give it a shot, otherwise you'll never know. Because
that's this whole thing. No, you're good. That's this whole thing too with YouTube. It's like I don't want to be 50 years old and fucking wonder what if. I don't want to be like. I have dreams. Like here's the thing. I finally found something that I'm passionate about in my life, right? So before this, it was like whatever the next thing was, okay, whatever, we'll do it for a while. And then whatever the next thing, yes, hold on a sec. This is yes. Hashtag bromance. Yes. I think so. I'm okay with admitting it because
we just become best friends.
Did that just happen?
Yeah.
So it's I found something I'm passionate about in my life. Like I loved brewing. Don't get me wrong. I love doing that. And before that I was a dog trainer. I loved doing that.
Oh, no
but
kidding.
yeah. But these weren't things that like really fulfilled me. I found something that like, hey, I'm kind of good at this. Like I learned how to edit videos myself. You know, I've had a lot of help in the community of people who have done this before me. Like I would say like Drunk 3POJ, he probably won't, he probably hate me saying this, but he's kind of like a mentor to me in a way. Which I don't know why he's been fucking playing Kiss My Grass, the lawnmower simulator on Twitch. And he's been fucking going on about how he's the #1 fucking Twitch lawnmower streamer and whatever. But this is my mentor. So you know, I kind of learned from him stuff, and I kind of take all these things like with your content and your inspiration. I'm like, of course I don't want to be Darth News. Why the fuck I want to go watch Darth News. I don't want to be him. No. But in that sense, the inspiration that you provide me is like that, just opening up and just letting it go, no matter what, no matter how people fucking hate on you, no matter what people say about you, which kind of actually wanted to talk to you about this real quick. Yeah. The whole fucking the Johnny stands coming at you for that fun. Fucking beautiful meme, by the way, fucking beautiful fucking meme. And again, like how an audience can turn on you, right? Just by being you, right?
Exactly. It's so. And you think like that these people would know, you think they know you because like I mean, my reputation, not that I want it to be my reputation, but my reputation is my Amber videos. You know, that's just like if I were to die tomorrow, my Amber videos are the ones that would be remembered. Not really, you know, I mean, unless it's to the true fans, you know what I'm saying? So it's, I feel like they should all know what the kind of jokes I make. Right. They should all understand this is a joke. Okay? It's a joke. And the way they reacted was it was more immature than my joke. Let's just put it that way.
I agree. I thought the joke was fucking hilarious. I was just like, I followed you on Twitter. Yeah, Thomas he's fucking amazing, man.
Thank you.
He did say
you'll see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he also said when I get back to streaming, would love to have Darth News on.
I would love to be on.
Let me tell you about Thomas real quick. So Thomas, he's been following the Geeks and Gamers since like before it was even a YouTube channel. It was like a Facebook group, right? So he has seen content creators from like the big guys from nothing to becoming big content creators, and then all these other people who have come through. And he has just been a huge supporter of everybody, of me, really. I don't know why he puts up with my shit too, but he's just a good guy, good-hearted dude. And you know, thank you for looking out for my boy Darth and showing us some love over there. But
by the way, I have gained 11 subscribers from this stream.
I'll take it.
That's more. I got more subs from this stream than my own stream. Thank you. Everyone who subscribed. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Seriously, man. And like, you know, again, I don't have a huge audience.
So 11 is a lot to me. I'm like, that's a good day. That's a good day.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm saying, man.
That's 11 people. I mean, you could go have a whole party. You could party with 11 people. That is a party.
You could. Damn, Darth, that's a good way to think about that shit, bro. I didn't even think about that, but and these guys know I love to party in the chat. Every Friday night I do something called the after party. It's been a little different for Halloween season, but I do after party where we just like fuck off, play Mario Kart, talk shit, yell at each other. Friendships get ruined and shit. It's fucking phenomenal time, man. It's a phenomenal time. Maybe I don't know if you have a Switch or not. Maybe sometime you join us, but
I could get a Switch. I don't have one, but I could get one.
Well, yeah, I mean, just to fuck off, man. I love my Switch, but I just use it to like play with these guys, man, because I just love playing this goofy game with these guys. Hell yeah, cool. I don't want to take too much more of your time up. I was gonna go an hour, but we were having such a good conversation. And dude. I mean, I could sit here for 5 hours and talk with you, and
we'll make this happen again. If I didn't have to wake up at 3:30 to be at the airport by 5. My flight takes off at 5.
So yeah, you have to.
I gotta wake up in like 5 hours, basically. So
yeah. I knew you were saying that, and I knew you got to do that. I want you to get some good rest.
Between you and me and everyone in the chat, this is one of the freshest streams I've ever joined. Dude! This has been like, I mean, all my other ones. I got to talk about Amber and kind of like, you know, everyone's like, don't swear, don't make like before the chat, like backstage, or like Darth, just try not to swear. I'm like,
Well, look, I love.
When two guys who are demonetized get together and shoot the shit.
Just don't give a fuck, right?
I don't know. Fuck's given.
And that's kind of where it's at. Like, and I get, I know some of the channels you've been on in the past. Shout out Rob's Rules. Love the guy to death. I hold that dude very, very close to my heart. He's such a sweetheart.
Yeah.
Beautiful fucking dude.
I had
but here,
a wonderful stream with Rob.
Yeah. But here in the boardroom, man, let the fucking shit fly, bro. That's how we do it here. It's you on my platform. You say what the fuck you got to say because you are an individual, and I would never want to take that right away from you to say what you got to say, whether I disagree with it or not. And you can ask these people in the chat.
If you're in live streams, I'm more myself. I'm more contained.
Right.
But when I'm on a video, I swear a lot more on purpose just to stick it to the man. So
yeah, dude.
That's the only reason I'm a sailor. That's.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to talk to my brother. Shout out to Master of the TDS, who's been working very hard to try to get this channel remonetized, and we are working on Ord's World, which is Wayne's World kind of esque theme to it. 90s. I cover a lot of 90s content over there because my childhood was amazing. Content was amazing back in the day, and if we're still looking for escapism, I want to be able to kind of go back in time and enjoy those things from a better era, a better day, Yeah. So that's why I got that other channel going on. But I'll talk to him and see what he comes up with my channel. If we create some success, we'll talk to him about talking to YouTube. And I would love to get you remonetized, man. You deserve it. You put your heart and your fucking soul into your channel, and it shows. And fuck anybody who doesn't want to watch it. You guys can, if you don't want to watch it, that's fine. Nobody cares about that. Yeah, go ahead, man. You got something to say?
No, that's just like the nicest thing anyone's ever fucking said. So thanks.
Well, I'm not just blowing smoke up your skirt, man. I fucking truly mean it, dude. I mean it, and don't stop. Don't ever stop, dude. I'm gonna hold you to it too.
I won't.
So
I want to be granddaddy Darth someday. So we'll see.
That's what I'm talking about, Granddaddy Darth. Well, dude, real quick, man, do you have anything to plug? Let the people know. Just kind of give yourself a little shout out.
I post some like behind the scenes photos on my Instagram, just at Darth News or the Darth News Experience. Sorry, no, I got just Darth News Experience on Instagram. I also have Darth Deadpool account, but I kind of let that one die, and I started a new one because I got sick of the people over there. Not the point, but. Besides my Instagram, Twitter, Darth News, YouTube, I'd really appreciate it. You don't have to subscribe right away. Just check out some videos. Just at random. There's no special order to my weirdness. Just click on any video, and if you like what I'm doing, just subscribe. That'd be great.
Hell yeah, man. Absolutely. And the fiance, Kashyyyk Queen, the queen herself says, thank you for coming. Darth News, so much fun.
Thank you, Kashyyyk. I appreciate that.
She's going to fucking hate me after I geek out, after like we hang up with each other and be like, oh my God, Darth News. I am a fan, but I'll always shoot straight with you too. So I know. I think that's important too. But
maybe we can have a video where you let me know the things that you disagree with, and we can have a nice little healthy, friendly debate.
I love that,
like an honest conversation, between two free thinking individuals. I would like that.
Now we get canceled like a motherfucker.
What we probably would.
We should have that. Stories by Irish. YouTube hates me.
When I get back from LA, we're gonna do this again.
Oh, fuck yeah. Please, dude. YouTube hates me, keeps giving me server errors. YouTube hates all of us, okay? That's been my slogan. YouTube hates all of us, all right?
Take a number.
If they could make money without having us around, they fucking would, right?
I wonder if they make money just from letting us go. Someone's getting paid by the hour to just remove channels or demonetize.
Oh, guarantee, dude. Guaranteed. There it is right there, guys.
Setting up our little YouTube detectives to find channels that shouldn't be monetized.
Like, the best is when you're doing a live stream and you have Google moderators deleting people's comments and shit, and you're like, hey, Google, can you fucking stop, please? That would be great.
My own comment that I pinned on my video. Like, what? Can you do that? Like, I didn't even say anything. I just put timestamps. Why would you do that?
So we feel you.
It happens all the time. And it's just like, ugh. regardless, hey, thank you, the Guilt Man. I really, dude, thank you for the shout out and for the subscription.
Let's get them a couple more. For those of you who just coming in, we've had 18, 20 people consistently all night. We can get them a couple more. Go check them out if you like it. Hit the sub button.
Smash like on this video right now because we're almost done here. But you got to smash like before you leave.
I'm like the worst at promoting myself. I'm terrible at it.
That's why I'm here.
Oh, there's the link, guys.
Right now
in the chat. Hit the fucking link. Give that man a chance because he fucking deserves it. Most definitely deserves it, man. Thank you all for coming out. I appreciate you. Here we go. This fucking guy. Get a load of this bearded asshole. Fuck you, Fuel. Love you, buddy. Fuel. He's been gaming with me and on the channel and on Twitch since the beginning.
I can tell when it's friendly bullshit.
Yeah, this motherfucker. Anyway, man,
it's like a troll that come in at the last second.
Oh yeah, as you're like wrapping up, you got the vibes going and shit, and then this comes in and takes the air right out of your sail. Exactly. Yeah. No, I love you, Fuel. I love you, buddy. He wouldn't tell me that, but I just know. I know you love me, brother. Anyway, like I said, thank you guys for coming out, Darth. Thank you so much, dude, for just. And sorry to like pester you on YouTube and your comments. And I'm like, hey, that was a great video.
It's never pestering unless you're just someone just being a dick who's leaving like critiques that are not constructive. Like then I everything else, no matter what it is, I appreciate all of it. And your comments are real support comments, not just like you're not just commenting on the situation. You're showing your support, dude. And it's you do not go unnoticed. Let's just say that.
Hell yeah, man.
I appreciate you from the bottom of my tiny little black heart.
I think we can relate on the black heart level, man. I think if we were to actually have a completely 100% uncandid conversation, people would cry. All right, people would fucking cry. But man, I don't want to hang out with you, but it's been an absolute pleasure. Hang tight. We're gonna end the show, wrap it up, and everything. Just hang tight, real quick. Anyway, guys, thank you all for coming out tonight, man. Darth News, go fucking check them out, man. We're all hanging out. We're having a good time. We can get past this. We can continue to make content for you guys. Fuck YouTube. We're gonna keep pushing. We're not gonna stop this train. We're gonna get it out there. We're gonna let you guys know what the fuck's going on. We're gonna speak truth. We're gonna fight back against the narrative. We're gonna fight back against these people who seek to censor us. And I support that shit. I support honesty. I support people who genuinely give a fuck. And my boy Darth does that. So thank you all in the chat. I appreciate you, Taylor, for mod today. Thank you. My love, Keshi Queen, of course. Thank you, brother Thomas, the Guilt Man himself, coming through. Kai, I see you in the chat. Thank you, brother. We got to smoke weed together again.
I really appreciate you.
Yeah, we got to get together, Kai, and smoke weed again. Let's see. Stories by Irish, of course, coming in hot at the end there. I appreciate you. All you guys, memes of destruction. It's JJ. What's up, JJ? I see you in the chat. Thank you for being here. Phil, thank you for being here as well. All you fucking guys, Wookiee Supremacy. Rowan, I see. Rowan Ginger, I see you in the chat. All you guys, I see you in the chat, man. You guys know I do like to acknowledge you guys a little bit before we end the stream. That's right. Smoke trees every day. Anyway, with that being said, guys, you know where me. I'm Ors. I'm here in the boardroom every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday night playing games over on Twitch. So come hang out with us there. We're going to be doing more of these streams. We're going to be doing more panel streams, getting more people in on the channel. I want to get back to doing content here on Ord's Board and Ord's World, also on Twitch. My fiance is going to fucking kill me because I'll never be available for her. I have to be, but, you know, she's understanding, and I love her to death for it, but she still hates me for it. But anyway, thank you all for coming to hang out tonight. Let's make sure we make tomorrow night a great night for Wednesday. Chill Chat Fortnite with friends tomorrow night, all that good shit. Again, a big thanks to my brother Darth News for coming out. I'm going to end the fucking show with some clips. I'm going to end. Actually, you know what? I haven't even, dude, we were so heated, like, real quick. We were so like into our conversation that I haven't even played clips. So I'm going to play a couple of clips of my boy Darth as we go out. So hang tight. Don't leave yet. I want you to enjoy the clips. And the chat, don't leave yet either, because I think you guys are really going to like what's up. Hold on a sec. Really liked your TMNT video on Ord's World. Fuck yeah. We're going to be doing more of that shit. We're going to be talking the original Turtles movies. We're going to be talking all kinds of shit over there. But anyway, thanks again, Darth. I'm going to play some fucking videos. I love you guys. We will catch you on the other side. Peace!
Perfect. You ever fucked a man? No. Have I ever? I'm asking you. Have you ever fucked a man? I know you're a man. That's why I'm asking you. Have you ever had a gay experience? College? I knew it. I fucking knew it. What was your fraternity?
Maybe I do smoke too much weed. I don't know. I'll go pray about it and see if God has anything to say to me.
Well, they say all good things come to an end.
What's that got to do with this show?